we've had single days where we get 1,000 subscribers. So it definitely the first 1,000 is the hardest. So just start and be consistent.
So, hello everyone. My name is Caitlin. I'm a part-time reseller and a full-time sixth grader. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and whatnot. I've been reselling for about a year now, and some of my hobbies is disc golf, regular golf, gymnastics, and collecting squishmallow. So, Josh, now you can introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, I want to say that you did a great job with your introduction. That was amazing. My name is Josh, Harry Tornado on YouTube. I've been reselling, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years now. I've been on YouTube for about 3 years. And my beautiful wife, Haley, and I do it full time. And we're having a great time. And I'm super excited to be here with Caitlin.
Okay, so we're gonna start with some reselling questions.
Mhm.
So, what are some reselling sites or platforms that you use?
Yeah, so we started on eBay, and that's been the one that's been the most consistent over our whole career of reselling. We've experimented with Poshmark and Mercari a little bit, Facebook Marketplace, but this year it's been mainly eBay and Whatnot. We started Whatnot this year. Whatnot's been really big for us, as well as you guys been doing well in Whatnot as well. So right now it's just eBay and Whatnot.
Yeah, whatnot has been really fun.
Mhm.
What is the best way to use whatnot?
That's a good question. It's very similar to YouTube. So I think like a good personality helps a lot. Like I think to be successful and whatnot, you either have to have a good personality or really good items. Ideally, you want both of those, like the ability to sell stuff starting at $1 that is worth a lot of money because people like getting deals, people like having fun. So if you can entertain them with your personality while giving them really good deals on items, usually that's a pretty good formula for success on the platform, I think.
What is the best way to grow your whatnot?
Um, that's a good question. I think that if I were to start Whatnot right now without a YouTube following, I was approved to sell, I'd do my first auction probably maybe in the middle of the day, like around like 2 or 3, my first show, and just schedule it. You can promote it if you like. Let's assume you can't promote it. Assume you have no social media at all. You just go on Whatnot. As soon as you see one person in your room, just talk to them like a normal person, like, hey, what's up? This is my first Whatnot show. I don't really know what I'm doing, but here's all the stuff I have for sale right now. I'll sell you anything starting $1. I just need to make my first sale, like, and just help me out. You see anything you're interested in at all. And then usually, like, if they're a nice person, I'm like, yeah, you got a cool like Patagonia hat or something, I'll give you $1 for that. So you might lose money on your first couple of items. But I think that's a pretty easy way to probably guarantee your first couple of sales. Then once you get the hang of being live on camera and selling things and the ability to really source a lot of things, because if you start selling whatnot a lot, you're going to have to, all your time is going to be spent either buying stuff, selling stuff, or shipping stuff. You're not going to have much time for anything else because it's going to go really fast. Um, so yeah, just start there. Just when you have people in your show, you just want to make sure they feel appreciated, to make sure that they're having a good time, they're getting good deals, and thank people no matter what it sells for. If somebody buys something, a $50 item for $2, thank them. Don't get all salty because they just got a $48 discount.
Okay, what is some of the best things to sell if you're a part-time reseller?
I think it's whatever starting out. Like if you're starting out as a part-time reseller and you don't know anything about golf, but you see us sell golf clubs and you just start wanting to do that, don't do that. Because if you don't know anything about golf clubs, it's a very difficult category to learn. So start with something you already know. Like if you already collect squishmallows, start learning about more of those and which ones to look for. If you already collect Funko Pops, start looking at those and how you can find those, at a discount and then sell them online for a profit. So start with what you already know and then branch out to maybe similar categories. Don't chase a category just because you know it's profitable if you don't know anything about it. I think a big one is like big heavy electronics. People see like Tim Osborne to thrift sell something for like $800 that weighs 50 pounds, and then they think they could go find the same one. And you might, but there's just a lot that goes into it, from testing and cleaning and shipping. So just start slow, start with what you already know, and go from there.
Okay, what do you like to avoid?
Big heavy electronics, like I was just talking about, they're terrible. Big electronics, anything tough to ship, like glassware, mirrors, all that stuff. It's more trouble than it's worth, especially if it's cheap. If we find a mirror that's worth $1,000, then I might, if I can get it for $50 or something, I might take a chance on that. But anything we've ever tried to ship that's fragile like that, really, no matter how well you pack it, there's going to be some chances of it breaking. So I like video games a lot. They're pretty easy. It's kind of hard to break those in shipment, and they're pretty easy to find. So again, just kind of do whatever you like. If you don't like selling something and you're just doing it for the money, you're that's not a good way to grow the business, I don't think. So focus on what you like, focus on what you like doing, and focus on what you like selling.
What is some of the craziest things when you have been sourcing or at the bins?
Craziest things. I don't know. Usually about once every couple of weeks, we find something wet at the bins. That's always fun because you don't know, is it could be anything. I was thinking of an office quote, but I don't want to say that one. um, let's see. Craziest things. I don't know. We find knives all the time. Like pretty much every time we go to the bins and you're like digging around, there's knives everywhere, knives and broken glass. I'm surprised we've actually never been cut on anything. There's a lady that comes to the bins and she's always got like a first aid kit with her in her little rolling cart. So she's like, if you need me, you know where to find me. I got band-aids, we got gauze, we'll take care of you. So, but we've never had any issues with that. But yeah, just weird stuff, wet stuff, sharp stuff. I think that's mostly what we found.
Yeah, we find a lot of knives too at the bins.
Mm-hmm.
What is your New Year's revolution for reselling?
New Year's, I've never been like a resolution type of guy. I just haven't really stuck with it very much. So we have things that we like to pursue, but I don't really have any hard goals. This year, I'm not sure when this is going to be posted, but this year we're trying to look at getting a rental property, and like incorporating that into the YouTube channel a little bit, so where we have like a rental property that needs a little bit of fixing up and we break it down into like multiple projects, like multiple small projects, and we say what the project is, the budget for the project, materials, and any tools we need, and then we'll go thrift to bins or flea market or whatever to try to find things to make enough profit to cover the expense of that repair, and then slowly fix the house over the year. So really excited about pursuing that. And outside of that, we want to travel a little bit more this year. We're going to Iceland next month, and we're going to Greece in 3 months, 4 months. I don't know, but something soon. So we're excited about doing those as well.
That sounds really fun. I have some YouTube questions for you next. So
Absolutely.
what is the best advice for someone who just started YouTube?
If you just started YouTube, I would just have very low expectations. The For every thousand, probably for every 10,000 people that start a YouTube channel, maybe 100 of them make it to 1,000 subscribers. And then of those 100, maybe 10 make it to 10,000. And then maybe one of those 10 makes it to 100,000. So one out of every 10,000 people that start make it to 100,000 subscribers. And the qualities of those people is that they usually do it over the course of 2 to 4 years. It just takes a long time. So don't just make 20 videos and then get discouraged. We probably made it took like 9 months of like 2 videos a week to hit 1,000 subscribers. And that's a long time because now we've had single days where we get 1,000 subscribers. So it definitely the first 1,000 is the hardest. So just start and be consistent. I would say but also know like when it's time to give up. I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but if you've been doing YouTube for 4 or 5 years and you have less than 1,000 subscribers and you're actually consistent, like one video a week for 5 years and you have less than 1,000 subscribers, it might not be for you. You can't, it's either not for you and you should quit, or you should do something totally different with the channel because that's not working. So I think it's good to look at it with like a realistic point of view and say like, am I just wasting my time? Like if you're having fun, that's fine. But I see a lot of people that are disappointed. They like let it affect them emotionally because they're not seeing any growth. I'm like, well, you're obviously not having fun with it if it's affecting you emotionally. So just stop or do something different because what you're doing now isn't working.
Okay, what is a major thing you need to start your YouTube account?
Major thing you need, probably just a good editing software. Most people have phones nowadays that have great cameras, great microphones. So I wouldn't worry about that at first. You can use your phone. Um, but you need something to edit on. So we have like if you have an iPhone, you can have iMovie. That's fine. It's free. We use Power Director 365 for PC. I think that's like I don't know, like $130 or so, like a one-time fee. There's Filmora, which is like a subscription plan. I think there's Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere. So there's a lot of different options. So I would just kind of pick one that you like and you can afford, and then just watch YouTube videos about like how to do certain things in that editing software and then learn from there.
What is when did you realize that your account started blowing up?
Probably early 2020, with COVID and all that stuff happening, we started doing the Goodwill mystery palettes. And that was the first time we got some serious growth. We've been stuck around like 20 to 30,000 subscribers for maybe 4 months, 4 or 5 months without much growth. And then we started doing that. And that really took off. I think we got like doubled our subscribers in about 2 months, because people were bored. They were home, didn't have anything else to do, watching YouTube videos. And we had this like mystery aspect of like buying these $40 pallets of junk and seeing what kind of junk it was. So that worked out really well. We ended up doing 26 pallets, probably made close to that many videos about it. So we got thousands of subscribers, made thousands of dollars in ad revenue from that series, and that really kicked off our channel growth.
What did you start first, YouTube or reselling?
Reselling, actually. Yeah. I started reselling Halloween. Sold my first thing. Well, listed my first thing Halloween of 2018. And then we sold it like 2 weeks later. And then I started, well, actually, I take that back. I was started the YouTube channel September of 2018. And I started reselling shortly after that, but they were separate. And then I realized that if I wanted to grow the YouTube channel, I needed to pick a category of videos to do. I was like, well, I'm trying to do this reselling thing separately, so I'll just combine the two. So February 2019 was when I started making reselling videos. And once I categorized my channel and started making reselling videos, that's when we started to see growth. So started YouTube channel first, then reselling shortly after, and then combined them shortly after that.
What was a big surprise for you as a YouTuber?
Big surprise as a YouTuber. Um, to be honest, the money is very surprising, and it's not typical. Like, I'm not trying to say everybody's going to get rich on YouTube, but there is a lot of money in like advertising, which is really where the YouTube money comes from. These companies want to advertise their products to your viewers, and they do that with the YouTube ads, and then you get a cut of that. So if you're on YouTube and you are making videos and you gain an audience, like of thousands of people that watch your videos, and then you start advertising to that audience, that's when the money comes in. So you got to think, if you want to advertise like a football game, like a banner at a football game, that's probably a couple $1,000. There's 70, 80,000 people in a full stadium. Chances are nobody's going to look at that banner and buy that product, but that's still going to cost them $2,000 or $3,000 to put that banner there for that game. Whereas if they want to advertise on a YouTube video that's seen by 80,000 people, that's the conversion rate for that ad is probably a lot higher. So those people would probably be willing to pay $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 for that. You never know. That just depends on the product. So there's a lot of money in advertising, and YouTube is a great way to get in on that money.
If your YouTube account didn't grow as big as it is, would you still be doing reselling?
Yes. Yeah. We were reselling out of necessity when we first started, because I had lost my job and we didn't have any money. I mean, we had a little bit of savings, but I needed to make money. So I started reselling full time right after that. And YouTube was just kind of supplemental. Like, we weren't really making any money with YouTube at that time. And reselling has always been fun. So like, I started reselling out of necessity, and now we're doing it because we enjoy it, and it's like fueling the channel. But even if we didn't have YouTube, we'd still be doing reselling to some degree, maybe not full time, but we'd be doing it, and we'll always be doing reselling. One day we might be able to retire and not have to work anymore, but I'll still be going to the bins and flea market and stuff, because who doesn't like finding deals?
If you started a new YouTube account outside of reselling, what would it be about?
Right now, probably home renovations. I've been trying to learn a lot of like DIY skills and stuff, like plumbing, electrical, and carpentry and stuff. I just think it's good to know those types of things to save money, not having to call professionals when you have like a minor home repair, being able to help friends and family if they have a minor home repair and they can't afford to hire. I broke our kitchen line one time at our old house. We called a plumber out, and it was like, we paid like $600 to fix it. And now I've learned enough recently where I'm like, oh, I know how to fix that. So now I could fix it myself for probably $20 and not have to spend, 600. So it gives you a peace of mind. It's very, like, the feeling I get when I fix something around the house is the same feeling I get when we like flip something and make a lot of profit on it. It's just very rewarding. So probably that.
How are you going to celebrate when you hit 1 million followers?
Um, I don't know. That's a good question. Um, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I think I've got some time. We got to focus on beating the Home Depot first. Then once we do that, then we'll if when we beat the Home Depot, past them in subscribers, I'll probably have like a big party at a Home Depot. Maybe ask them if we can like rent the Home Depot out for the night and just have a big get together. I don't know. I don't know if they'd be down for that, but we'll do something there. And then I don't know about a million. I think it'll be a while, but we'll get there.
Okay, so now I have a reselling quiz. I'm going to say an acronym, and you have to try to figure out what the acronym means.
Okay.
BOLO.
Be on the lookout.
NWT.
New with tags.
ISO.
In search of.
RV or MV?
Retail value and market value. I don't know about that one. Is that right?
TTS.
Okay. TTS. I don't know.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
True to size.
True to size. Okay.
OOS.
Out of stock.
OBO.
Or best offer.
And then UPC.
I know what a UPC is, but I don't know what it stands for.
It means Universal Product Code.
There you go. Okay. That's pretty good. Only missed 2, something like that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hair Tornado, for doing this interview with me. I hope to see you guys on another video. Bye. Bye, Hair Tornado.
Bye. Thank you so much. I had a great time.